everybody. Welcome back to episode 2 of the 9090 podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Joe.
And I'm Danny.
We're currently, the England v Senegal game's currently playing in the background. Don't mind us, that's what we've got going on in the back. Being recorded now. England look pretty shocking.
When we say we've got stuff going on in the back, there's not a lot going on in the back.
No. Senegal look like they might win a game again. So, since last week, when we recorded, would you believe the day after we finished recording, the entire Juventus board decided to resign?
Kind of funny though, isn't it?
It was. I was gutted that, as if that was like the day after we've decided, we're like, Sam, we're going to sit down and do this. And the day after they go, we're all dipping. So either we caused the entire Juventus board to leave, which is not impossible. Maybe they are some of the 12 viewers that we've got.
I mean, how many board members walked?
I don't know how many it was, but all of them. Every single one. They might have just put it on in the conference meeting.
We'll have to check the analytics. 12 viewers.
Yeah. I wonder what's going on. I wonder if anything's come out about that, because they were like, they're not, like, as much as they were having a bad season where they were like mid-table, they got it back, they pulled it back, so they're in like third now. Obviously the World Cup's going on, so that's not changing until after. So, do you reckon, is it possible that, are they back in the match fixing business though?
I'd more just put it down to the Italian league just not being all that.
Yeah, but like, surely like the whole board doesn't just leave in one go.
Well, I mean,
that seems like an odd move. Or maybe there's some chaos. Maybe they want Ronaldo back. Who knows?
Have they actually mentioned anything about like why they've all left?
Well, no. There's no one. There's no one to say. There's no spokesperson. They've all left. It's just a ghost of Turin. So yeah, there's that. Obviously, we had the group stage wrap up. Did you see how close Uruguay were to going through?
I did.
So they had a last minute penalty denied, and that would have sent them through if they'd scored it.
I mean, they probably would have missed it going on their group stage.
Do you think it was a pen though? Because I think the reason why it wasn't given, when players do that little thing where like they put their leg in front of like the defender that's running to try and get themselves tripped over.
I always think they shouldn't be given.
Yeah, well that's what I think it was. That's why I think they probably didn't get it. What did all the build up in that game though? Like to go back to the previous rivalry of the Suarez handball though. I can fathom why a lot of teams feel why if you were on the end of it you'd feel like cheated out of it, but like surely everyone's got to understand that like if you're with Uruguay there and you're Suarez, you're doing the exact same thing.
Oh, of course.
Like 100. Like I'm
almost baffled that he didn't bite somebody again.
Well, wasn't that before he did all the biting?
No, I just meant I'm surprised he didn't bite someone.
But no, because I thought it was one of them. Like how are you going to let your team go out for the sake of England have just scored? Looks like, is that Henderson?
That is our Jordan.
There you go. Live updates from this not live podcast whatsoever.
That is the most celebrating you'll see me doing about England. Let me tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
As long as our boys do well. Soon to be Jude.
Who do you think is? Am I the only one that reckons like nearly every team in this World Cup so far has been underperforming?
Give or take.
Maybe.
I mean, are you looking at that there? Jude and Hendo both looking at each other, giving each other the point. That's the future there, guys.
Do you think you should get him do you think you get him in January, or do you think you just have to wait to the end of the season?
I think in January they might get a pre-agreement, if not just break the bank if we do sell up sooner. But I mean, we sell up, it's got to go through. I'm sure it hasn't. When you're selling the club that much, got to go through a tribunal and everything. It's got to get authorised. So can't get an official takeover. But depends. Are they selling for an investor? Are they selling a percentage just to raise the funds to purchase Jude?
Were they Was I right in saying they were looking at like some Saudi investors or something? I mean, most likely isn't everywhere. Everyone's just going to be a Middle Eastern.
Yeah, it's one of those at this point. What millionaire isn't a dickhead? So it's just at this point.
You may as well just pick.
At this point, just
pick
give
the
us
money.
any old
Yeah.
dickhead and just throw money because it's going to happen regardless.
Who cares if you're owned by a country? Like, do you reckon it's going to get to a stage where the entire Premier League is just owned by Saudi Arabia or something? Like Saudi Arabia, Qatar,
No, I don't think so.
Dubai.
No, because have any of them heard of Everton? I know one of them already owns.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, they're already owned by one who's a bit of a lunatic, from what I gather.
Yeah, but that was just this team in the background.
Maybe
Actually, no.
Maybe he was just sabotage. He just wanted to own it. Well,
He just knows he owns a football club.
Yeah.
He doesn't know they're necessarily in the Premier League.
Do you think he knows they're a football club?
I don't
Do
think
you
they
think
know
he
they're
even
a
knows
football
they're a
club.
football club? It's coming up later on. We've got a little bit of A to Z top trumps as well coming up. So hopefully you stick around to enjoy that. I haven't. That's fine.
Are you talking to yourself again, Joe?
A little bit. Yeah, just losing track. I think I'm just gonna move this over here now. So this is just some stuff off screen, little technical things we're still working out.
Oh, Harry
Don't
Kane
mind
is
us
having
in the
a
background.
howler, isn't he?
Harry Kane's not. Do you think he's had like a single good game in this World Cup? I don't recall. Like I'm not going to say he's having a bad season.
I wouldn't have said
But like,
he had
is
a
he
bad game
doing
in
anything particularly?
Wouldn't have said he had a bad game in the 6-2, but then he didn't even score in the 6-2.
But that's what I mean. I'm not going to say he's had a bad game, but like he's not had a good game in the World Cup, has he?
Yeah, but this team's not set up to play to his strengths.
I guess do you know what? He's less of like he drops a lot deeper than a striker would these days though.
England would probably do better without him at the moment, the way they're playing.
Yeah.
If they set up differently, you'd obviously have him all day.
So, I said in the last podcast as well, I called this Japan were going to be likely to knock out either Spain or Germany.
And of course it was the Germans that
They did
flopped.
knock out the Germans. Rudiger's ran all the way back to the airplane. He's on the first flight home. Do you think they'll watch the rest of it?
He covered 8 furlongs in less than a second.
Do you know Japan's got to be the weirdest team. How are you going to beat Spain and Germany and then lose to Costa Rica?
Just for the meme.
Like how are you going to balance that out? Spain and Germany drew. Spain thumped Costa Rica and the math of like which teams are the best doesn't add up whatsoever.
Did Japan top the group?
Japan topped the group with 6. Spain had 5.
I was going to say maybe they were playing for the second place finish so they could knock out another giant.
But who's the other? Spain playing? Who's Spain got in the brackets? I've seen this. Let me pull it up dead quick. Where is it?
Oh, corner taker.
So Spain will be playing against Morocco. So maybe they did. maybe they knew Morocco were coming and they were like, we'll take our chances with Morocco.
Yeah.
Over Croatia by the Croatia. Yeah.
Croatia must be aged now, that squad.
You would think. But they seem to be performing all right, you know. Maybe they're one of them teams that just like all their players are just like late bloomers, because they like as much as like they had Modric and that, they weren't fantastic. They were good in the last. Obviously, they got to the final of the last World Cup. Was it the World Cup or the Euros? What's going on?
Do you see Jude Henderson practically about to start neck and then? That's the most eye-to-eye contact I've seen. You don't tell me that's Agent Hendo at the making there. I mean, it's only a matter of time. He's practically sent his only mate there on training.
No. So who?
Sorry, I went off subject.
Do you reckon? So I reckon the semi-finals are shaping up quite nicely. Is Portugal v France semi-final and a Brazil-Argentina semi-final,
Oh, that would
leading
be
into the
Argentina-Portugal.
fabled Argentina-Portugal final.
And then just for shits and giggles, Cristiano Ronaldo gets dropped and doesn't even play.
Neither Ronaldo nor Messi is allowed to play the game.
The fable game is the both sat on the bench.
Which one storms out the stadium first?
Neither of them posing for that picture. There's another chessboard in the middle of them somewhere.
Oh, did you see the Kai Havertz picture from when they got eliminated because he won the man of the match?
No.
So you know they get that giant Budweiser trophy.
Oh yeah.
He's just stood there with the most miserable blank stare. Like, why am I here for this? Like, I don't care about this right now. Like, right now I just want to go home. This is shit.
Oh, that's comedy.
Oh, I don't think any of them are going to be particularly happy. They didn't really have for whatever reason they weren't really starting a striker at all. They had that full Krug coming on off the bench, but they never started a striker. And it's you look at their team as well. They didn't really have defensive midfielders.
Who would they have been playing though? Up front.
Gnabry or Muller, maybe, but even then Muller's a lot dropped back into more.
Muller's about 87.
Yeah, he's got legs for days though. Man does not stop running ever.
And Gnabry's in makeshift.
Gnabry makeshift, yeah,
anyway,
but he's not a.
So it's whichever one, and you move Gnabry, who goes in his place? So it's shuffling around the apple cards, isn't it?
Havertz kind of moves as a centre forward, maybe.
Havertz was a makeshift centre forward for Chelsea as well, and he didn't even hold that down for too long.
No, I don't even.
Hence the idea went out and spent 100. What that afterwards? They spent 100 million on Lukaku. Or was that roundabout? Or was that because of the spending 100 million that he ended up getting compared? I'm sure it was before.
I think they bought him before they bought Lukaku.
No, I know that. When was he converted to a striker for them? Because he wasn't brought in as that.
Oh, okay, probably. I think probably
going into that season,
yeah, because Lukaku was injured and a bit inconsistent for Chelsea. And then obviously the season after Lukaku's gone, he's kind of moved into there. I think how long has Havertz been there now? He's been there 3 or 4 years now, isn't he?
4 seasons, I think.
4.
It's hard to tell.
It's
I
weird
can't
tracking.
keep up because of COVID.
Yeah.
That's thrown me out so much. There's been players that have been there for that's a goal.
Steady on, that's a tidy goal. Is that Harry Kane? Is that his first goal of these?
Yeah.
That's his first goal of this World Cup.
First goal. It's only taken him, what?
There you go. England 2, Senegal 0.
It's only taken him 317 minutes to get it. But who's counting?
Do you know what's going to be mad is if that's the exact number.
No, because with all that at the time, I'm going to take moral points and go a punt and go 317, 318,
270 minutes plus added time. Plus 40.
I'm going to go 368 minutes.
I'm going to go 334 minutes.
It's got to be well more than that.
We'll find. I tell you what, we'll find out after this, and we'll let you know in the next one who was right, who was closest.
1990, that's 270. There's 47 there for this one, so that's 317.
Yeah.
And then you've got 24 minutes for the first one.
I didn't keep track. Okay, yeah, no, you probably are. Yeah, oh god. 24 minutes? There
was 40 minutes at the end of the game, and there was 10 minutes at the end of the first half. The added
time at this World Cup has been ludicrous.
It's a joke. This is why nations who don't know how to get the squad to a World Cup shouldn't host it, because they're probably not getting there because the players are burnt out, because they think, people want to watch more. We don't want to watch burnt out players hobbling around the pitch in the 98th minute, depressed because they're winning 6-0, and you're like, why wouldn't you just put put an end to it. It's a joke.
No, they just want to go home.
There's a game 3 days later and they're playing 14 minutes of added time and it's like 6-2 up.
If I was playing 14 minutes of added time and I was 6-2 down, I reckon you'd be pissed off. You'd probably start just throwing wild challenges in for
I
the sake of being
genuinely
like...
don't know why that wasn't just pass backs and pass around at the back.
Yeah.
Just to take the piss. Instantaneously, just dead out all the like what they done a few years back with the racism stuff, and then instead of playing out the game for the last 20 minutes, they just passed the ball around slowly.
Oh yeah,
Refused to score.
Yeah. I see. I think though the racism thing that makes sense because it was a little bit protest. I feel like if you were doing that during the game, like even if you're winning like 6-2, it's a little bit disrespectful to your opposition. Do you know things to be like, I'm not even going to try and score another goal.
Do you think Iran wanted to play that extra 10 minutes, 14 minutes?
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. If that's a mutual thing, then you just...
Yeah, I suppose.
And that's their first game of the tournament. They're getting slugged 6-2. They're not going to come back.
Yeah.
So that's wasted energy for the next 14 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If you're 6-2 up, and let's be honest, like, yeah, they might have scored 4 goals in those 14 minutes, but shouldn't they have been 14 minutes in the first place? It's
plausible. England do have Harry Maguire in defence, and he did give Tarami a goal in that first game. It's possible. It's possible that he would have given them another 4 goals in those 14 minutes.
But my argument is even if you want to get all technical, if in 76 minutes you can't score against Harry Maguire, don't come at me with the other 14.
That's a good point. Yeah. No, I don't understand how he got in the squad. I don't understand. Did we touch on this in the last episode though?
I don't understand how he got out of bed. I'm surprised he's not sat there just like shaking his head like, how do I get under the quilt?
Do you reckon he still like wants to play for United?
Well, of course he does. He just can't. It's never been a case of want.
Yeah. How are you getting how are you getting in the England team though if you can't even make the team that you're playing for?
Because Gareth Southgate's an absolute donkey.
Yeah. Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Biased.
Yeah. Well, it's always been the case though, hasn't it? Every England manager's always very rarely do you pick players based on form. They always pick players based on hype.
Everyone's banging on about his system and everything. You telling me with that line of players that England's got right now, any manager that's been in the top 10 Premier League for the last decade could walk into that England job and just walk like.
Yeah, I don't think the players.
If anything, he's been shit. They didn't score a goal for like 6 games leading up into the World Cup. Then they went into the World Cup, beat Iran 6-2, big whoop.
Yeah, no.
Couldn't score against the USA. Did Holland just beat? So it was
Holland just beat the USA. Yeah, I think 3-1.
Just comfortably put them to bed.
Yeah. The Holland. Do you know what? Holland look one of the best teams in the World Cup so far.
There, Joe.
That Cody Gakpo is looking sick, and I wouldn't have. I was thinking, you know how like he's been getting linked with Man United for like ages. I was thinking he's gonna be the next he's not Ajax. I can't think who it is. Is it? Oh, it's PSV, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's like, he's just the next like Dutch league hype job. He'll come to the Premier League and be like Memphis Depay. So like, yeah, you can't hack it. It needs to disappear.
I was about to say no one wants a Premier League version of Memphis Depay. No.
Yeah, for some reason Barcelona did. Apparently now they want to get rid of him. From what I've heard.
That feat was only useful for players trying to squeeze him into an ultimate team or a squad SBC for FIFA. Quick, we've got a Dutch one.
So many teams like don't learn about the Dutch league. They think like, oh yeah, we'll just keep signing Dutch league players, and it's like you keep doing this, but they keep being crap.
I love it. And United took it one further and signed a manager.
That manager who's forced out one of the greatest footballers of all time from their club. Their top goal scorer the season before, and this is ludicrous. He's coming in and being like, nah, get out.
Yeah, but that's the genius of Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo has wanted to leave United for that long,
that's true.
And has not been allowed to.
Yeah.
And now in Walter's Erik ten Hag like an absolute blind idiot.
Yeah.
Thinking, I've bested the goat, and the goat's like, mate, you've done me a favour. Sped up what I needed to happen here.
He's just sent him a thank you card on the way out.
Like, you've done everything now. You've dropped me from the starting lineup, so I've now been able to sit there and throw a sulk.
Yeah.
Now the fans understand where me sulks stemmed from. You.
Yeah. And he's been able to like perfectly come out and just explain himself. Ten Hag hasn't done himself any favors with like the inconsistent, like, how are you gonna like I think Ronaldo, even Ronaldo pointed this out, is going like, how are you gonna say you don't trust Ronaldo enough in like when they lost to City? You don't trust Ronaldo enough to come on and make an effect on the game or change it out of respect for him, and then you try and throw him 3 minutes at the end of a Spurs game.
No, it's
when you're already winning and being like, oh well, I wanted to put him in there because I respect him. And it's like that. These things don't line up. It's like, you want to use them in games where they don't count, but not in the games where they do, because you respect them.
Well, how much money do you think that decision alone has actually made Cristiano Ronaldo? Because
we got a whole interview out of that.
Well, the interview alone.
Yeah.
And then surely they've got to buy, like, they've sacked him. Surely they've got to buy out his contract.
No, I think they've left by mutual because he's not going to finish the games and because he wants his way out. I think they've like, when they've like mutually terminated. So he's a free agent. And it's odd to see that he's currently being like, I've not seen any like actual team try and go for him. I've heard about like 2 Saudi teams offers.
No, but no one is going to, because he's in the World Cup. He went straight into the World Cup. So anyone knows,
that's
like,
yeah,
no transfer business gets dealt with until
yeah.
afterwards. And the thing is, he is literally goated if he walks in now and bangs in another 6 goals in Portugal win the World Cup.
Yeah.
How many teams are going to be frothing at the mouth
knowing
that Cristiano Ronaldo is a free player on them? He's on the market as a free transfer.
Yeah.
Like, that's staggering. I was saying the other week, your teams that you wouldn't be able to expect to be able to pay for him can pay for him and pay big for him. What, you could go and pay Cristiano Ronaldo, let's say he wants 500 grand a week.
Yeah.
What, 52 weeks, you're talking what?
Yeah, well, he's on a free, so that's basically like a 20, even if you sign for like, I don't know how long.
Well, if you sign for 2 years, you're talking
that's like a 50 million.
Well, yeah, you're talking, say a 5-0 sign-on bonus or whatever you want to give him.
Yeah.
And then it's what?
Oh, that's $1 million every 2 weeks. So you're talking for a season, what's that like? That's
26 mil.
That's like 26 mil a season.
So it's 52 mil.
52 mil plus your 5. So basically 60 mil. 60 mil signing.
How much of... Think about the players that people have been signing recently, like lower down the league, spending 40 million on players. So they can easily afford players transfers.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
And
you signed like a Gibbs, like not...
I wanted for the meme, but they haven't got him anymore. Like, it's their own fault as well, because they could have pulled this off, I think.
Yeah.
If Burnley hadn't sacked Sean Dyche, his joke could have finally turned into reality. And when he kept going out, going, all right, so guys, I've had Cristiano Ronaldo on the phone. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You could finally do it and just actually pull him out and be like, there he is.
Imagine if he could get if one of the top clubs would just bring him in as a manager. Like they just like say it's like we'll bring you in for like 3 games or we bring in Ronaldo just to make this happen.
I just wanted to piss off all United fans and everyone on the planet Earth and just strike a deal with Liverpool to come until the end of the season.
Who do you think he'd go to? Like who do you think he'd go to? Because I think he said himself, like he still loves United. He just like doesn't like how the club's running one. I think
that's
it
bull
kind of
honky.
is.
That's bull pooey. You can't stand that club now.
Do you reckon?
Nah, I can't stand.
I don't reckon he'd have called like Sir Alex and whatnot before the before he moved, because he was saying how he was like close to going City.
For Alex Ferguson and stuff.
Yeah, but do you reckon, like I don't think he'd like. I don't think he'd go to like City or Liverpool. Like I can't see him staying in the Prem. I can't see him going to another Premier League team.
Go to Newcastle, pay him.
Do you reckon he'd go to PSG and finally get the dream?
Well, I know, because I think what happened.
Mbappe can get sold to Liverpool or Real Madrid, like whatever.
I think what
PSG want rid.
I think you'd find Messi back at Barcelona.
Do you not reckon because they both like clearly like respect each other? Do you not reckon they'd be like, go on then, we'll have one season together?
I don't think so.
I reckon
because
that'd be the dream one for them both to be like, go on then, we'll have one season together in the same team, then I'll dip off to Barcelona.
I don't, because if it doesn't work out, it's just gonna be flat. Like everyone has wanted that combination. Everyone has played FIFA and played Ultimate Team and been dying for those in the same squad together. In real life, at an age of like 37 and however old Messi is at the minute, there's no Messi still do bits and Ronaldo might still get the goal, but they're not gonna do the things that people are gonna be expecting them to do in that squad. The thing is, right now, a trio of Messi and Neymar or Ronaldo and Mbappe and Neymar is gonna be more deadly than Ronaldo, Messi and Mbappe, or Ronaldo, Messi and Neymar. Or
do you not think that'd be like? Or even if what if PSG loaned him to the end of the season? Like they just signed him to the end of the season, they'll give him 6 months.
No, I know, but again, it's like, but if
I know it's not going to be like
shit. If you don't do anything for the 6 months, everyone's going to be like, shouldn't have done it. Everyone would go, you should have just left it to a what if. That's the best way. Like Faulty Towers, for example.
Yeah.
Made their series.
Yeah, I think like 6 episodes.
Wasn't it? Was it 6? Was it 12?
It was 6.
It was 1 season, wasn't it?
Yeah,
never done any more.
Yeah.
And then that's what, because they knew what they'd done with gold. Don't tarnish it.
Yeah.
Don't tarnish it already. Like just leave them
I suppose that's fair.
Let them go and play in the same league again. That's what I think. So I could see Ronaldo
go and be the rivalry again.
To, maybe not Monaco, but like I could see him going to a random team.
Well, he said he doesn't want to go. He wouldn't want to go to a team that's not like in the Champions League. So who does that leave? I can't see him going back to Juventus.
Yeah, but the irony, whoever he goes to are probably going to get knocked out of the Champions League. Now that he's said it, the irony is whoever he signs for in January, they won't make it to the Champions League next week.
Do you think he'd go to Bayern?
Bayern wouldn't have him. What did you say?
Do you don't think Bayern would have him?
What did he say they wouldn't have him?
Yeah, but do you think that was just talk? Because that's do you know? Because that sounds like. Do you remember when
he was
who's the Real Madrid president?
That's
when he was like, Haaland wouldn't get in our team anyway, and you're just saying that because he turned you down.
I don't think.
Do you not reckon that'd be the same thing? If Bayern reckoned we couldn't get Ronaldo.
I think he should go. I think the fit is Bayern, but I just don't think they go.
That gets him that gets him like the top 4 leagues in Europe, doesn't it?
Could be Dortmund.
Do you think he'd go?
They've lost too many. They're losing too many players, so it could just be that thing. Like if we're losing Bellingham too, let's just get Ronaldo into the end of the season
could be
to make everybody point.
Like
their fans. Obviously, it's not going to do well for them.
Yeah,
but they can at least be like, listen, at least we're going to give you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they'll have the Jude Bellingham money.
Yeah.
They'll bring in Ronaldo, which will only take a chunk out of that, and then the rest of that money can go on the replacements who might not be ready now. You go and get some young and up and coming one, and get them playing behind Ronaldo for the season, and get them playing behind Mane and stuff and learning.
Dortmund are a mad club because they always have they bring through like ridiculous youth talents, like crazy all the time. Like their team's not like frequently stupid young, apart from fucking Matt Hummels who just can't leave. He's going to be there till he's 85.
He already is 85, isn't he?
No, he's like 70 odd.
Oh.
He's not quite there. He did have that. He had that little spell at Bayern where he de-aged for a little bit, and then apparently he was awful for Bayern though. Dortmund. Do you know what the Dortmund pipeline seems to be? Is they get a quality player come through, sell them to Bayern, and then get them back off Bayern when they don't work out.
Speaking of crazy ages,
and
stuff like that, do you know how old Arnold Schwarzenegger is right now?
No.
75.
He's aged well.
There was a video circulating maybe about 2-3 years ago, and some
is that guy drop kicks him.
And
he just tanks the hit, and he's like he turns around to be like, what was that? I don't even know what went on. And the security team's just tackling this kid on the floor. That man was a brick. Do you reckon? Could you imagine him playing at like centre back now for like some teams? Do you reckon he'd still be able to hold his own? It's like on a physical level. It's like because we know you don't have the technique to kick a ball, so what we're going to allow you to do is you're going to be able to throw around any striker you want.
You could just be a Vinnie Jones in the middle of the bar.
Yeah. That'd be it. Who do you reckon now is the closest to like a football hard man?
James Milner.
No.
No, fucking right he is.
No.
He's not your hard man, but he is. He's like him.
Don't get me wrong. Like James Milner's not shy of like crunching a tackle. Like,
No, well,
I mean like
know,
someone
I know
who's just gonna like.
I was just joking.
I can't think of many these days. You know.
There are a few.
There's gotta be like one or two, surely.
Would you put the likes of Upper Meccano in that category or no?
No.
Would you just
really.
put that down to strength?
Probably just strength. Like I'm not talking like someone who can just like Van Dijk can just throw anybody off, but I mean like someone who's just gonna be like sound. I'm gonna like.
Diego Carlos.
Is he though?
Sorry,
the one from Aston Villa?
Sorry, no, slipping something. Diego Costa.
Oh yeah, dude.
He's probably the most.
Yeah, he's probably the only one. Do you think
Luis
he goes
Suarez?
overboard? Do you think Costa's
I
like
think as well,
bravado more so than like function?
No, he's just a dick. He's just a dick.
That's what I mean. I think he's a front. Like I don't think he's actually that hard.
No, he's definitely he's not. He's definitely not. But
he's just aggy.
But Roy Keane probably wasn't. Like in a general sense, like he's a hard man in terms of football, but like he was dealing with the likes of Jamie, but he was dealing with the likes of Jamie Redknapp.
Yeah,
like as his partners.
That's a good point. Yeah. No, there's not. I'll never get over that Diego Costa picture. I think we talked about it last time actually. Yeah. So that's we'll skip over that one.
I'm trying to think now. Who would you put up there?
I can't think of like many. Because you need that little like, they need like a little bit dirty, and there aren't many like too many players. There aren't many players now who've got that little bit of like dirt, like a little bit nasty.
Savage.
What the Atletico Madrid one?
Atletico, yeah. But then is he just a gobshite?
But to be fair, you could just throw in half of the Atletico team and they're just shit houses. Did he still have Felipe?
Part 2 of hating on Atletico Madrid and their way of playing football, or anti-football, should we say?
This is just gonna. I feel
it's
like,
a weekly
I feel like
thing now. This
is
thing
of just trashing Atletico Madrid, even though I kind of like their shit as we, but purely because they're the only team that does it.
well, Joe, this is the first justified yellow card you are going in the book. Yellow card for Joe Marsden. Take it. I'm gonna just write it in the book. What time is it?
It is currently. It's like 8:05 now.
8:05 now. What's the date?
Oh, you're actually making notes. I thought you were taking the piss. Oh,
you have been yellow carded, Joe. There's no jokes here.
It is Sunday the 4th. Wait, so what happened? What happens when you get 2 yellow cards? What happens when you get a red card? What happens with this?
Are you telling me you've came into a football podcast and you don't understand what happens if you get 2 yellow cards?
No, but I mean, like,
what happens after the yellow cards?
What happens with the podcast? Like, do we just get? Is that it? You're just gone for the episode?
Well, no, you're
like what happens from there? is that it's like because they can't be the episode over? Is whoever's just left just be like, oh, well, I guess we're carrying the rest of the show.
Well, we haven't really thought about this, so don't get a second yellow card. Is basically what I'm saying. If you get a second yellow card, you know the rules. You get sent off. Therefore, you have to go. But right now, we're starting up our podcast, and we haven't got somebody to draft in to take your place.
Well, that's the point of the red card. You don't get to make a substitution when you get a red card. You don't get to sub me off and sub someone in. I just happen to disappear.
No, that should be the next team. I'm through to the next round.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. So what? We just skip it at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So you got a red card. What, like half an hour in?
No,
half an hour into a 90-minute podcast.
We'll have a 5-minute sin bin.
That's fair because you could carry a podcast on your belt for like 5 minutes.
Well, I have been, yeah.
Hey! You little shit. Go on then. Do you want to get into these top trumps then? These A to Z top trumps. Do you want to explain how we've worked this?
Yeah. So basically, we've both been given our A to Zs. Hopefully, Joe knows how to go from A to Z.
A, B, D, G.
If that is the case, we should have 26 players in each team.
I only did 24. No, I'm kidding. I did 26. I'm not fucking retarded. You were here when I was going through them. You think I was... You fucking idiot.
I was just setting you up. So anyway, so basically we're gonna flip a coin if there's one available, and then once we've figured out who's going first.
Yeah, we'll just rock paper scissors.
Okay, yeah. So we'll do rock paper scissors. Whoever goes first, and then simple top trumps. We pick our player. We pick a stat. The other person then checks their stats on their player for that same letter. If they've lost, they don't get a point. Yeah. Move on to the next round. So if we both get the same person, we just skip that round and go straight to the next letter.
I reckon we could talk about some of these players and whatnot as well while we're going. So we've picked players just from the colloquial top 6. So for anyone who's been following football, so that's Liverpool, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea.
Yeah, and also, which Joe will now be shocked to find out, whoever loses will have to start next week's podcast after eating maybe a Scotch bonnet chili.
That's fine.
We'll find some hot chilies. I'm thinking it's got to be in the top 5.
Surely that's more of a video thing. I feel like we saved that, or do we?
Well,
we just record the video separately and just kind of throw it in.
You try doing the intro after eating a chili.
That's true. My intro would just be like, "So guys, today."
Or maybe we'll think about the forfeit, but maybe it's a cinnamon. Maybe it's the cinnamon powder.
Do you know I've never done the cinnamon challenge?
Well, neither have I.
Oh.
Well, whoever loses the forfeit.
Well, there we go. I guess the cinnamon challenge. Maybe it is. God, well, how old is the cinnamon
Welcome
challenge?
back to 2019.
Like yeah, you haven't gone back in time. We just have. We've gone to find current year Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, the algorithms haven't been messed up on you, don't worry.
Shall we rock, paper, scissors, go?
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Why did we do? Okay, right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, there you go, you won. So Joe got a rock and I got a scissors after 3 times of matching.
Okay.
Bounce.
I like how we matched like each of scissors, then paper, then rock. It was just a perfect match. So for A, I've gone with Sergio Aguero.
Of course.
I feel like that was an easy pick.
Of course you are.
Who have you gone with?
Well, no, because you've got to hit me up with the stats first, otherwise.
Okay. Oh, that's fair. Okay. So by the way, for anyone where I think we're both referencing from the same page. So we've got the PremierLeague.com page for each of these players and all the stats that are listed on there.
Yes, this isn't their overall career stats. This is just how they performed with any team that they might have played with in the Premier League.
Yeah, as long as they've at some point in their career played for one of these top 6 teams.
What are you going
in
with?
the Premier League?
Joe,
I'm gonna go with. I feel like this is an easy one. I'm gonna go goals 184.
That's poor. That's poor on my part, but it's a bit unfair.
So, I did pick one of like the Premier League all-time scorers.
I brought Xavi Alonso to the table.
Okay.
So goals 14. I wonder, would he have had the appearances on you? What's
275.
Oh yeah. To be fair, Alonso left quite early. We had 143.
Okay. How many?
You will have wiped the floor with the win, surely.
I feel like Alonso's passes would have.
How many losses did Aguero have at City?
45. Alonso
had 27.
Ooh.
So he's got a better ratio of losses.
How many wins did Alonso get?
85.
Okay. Aguero's got 186.
The ratio is still in Alonso's favour, isn't it? Because
I think 80 to 20 versus 180 to 40. No, I think
it's just swings in.
Actually, no, it's probably about the same. It's probably about the same. I think maybe it's slightly in Aguero's favour, but it's probably about the same.
Nice, that's 1-0 to you.
Okay, so we've gone past Aguero. We've got some greats in here. So, are we doing like winner goes on, winner stays first?
Yeah, it is winner stays.
Yeah. So for B, you're keeping score there. For B, I've gone for Dimitar Berbatov. I think he's getting some like a late resurgence in terms of his appreciation, but he's got to be one of my favorite players to watch. The guy just oozes of class, and he just makes everything. He makes everything look so effortless. It's unreal.
The beauty of your choice there is, I agree with some of the stuff you say, but my guy just wipes the floor with all of those. Like,
okay.
So this guy is the guy who oozes class.
Okay, I'm gonna go with do you know what? I'm gonna go with a shooting accuracy of 44%.
This could be. Let me just see what is shooting accuracy. He hasn't given me a shooting accuracy because I think this will be because he was playing before those Opta stats would have been introduced.
Oh, okay, right, okay. We'll pick another one.
I haven't got any from the main list of it. Like, so for example.
All right, I'm gonna go with 114 wins.
186 wins.
Okay.
Dennis Bergkamp.
See, I thought about this, and I went with I thought Bergkamp. Bergkamp's the same. They were on similar lines.
I
The
still to this day remember every single moment of that.
Is that England have scored again?
That's another goal for England.
All right, who scored
Bukayo
that?
Saka.
Yeah, does that looks like it? Yeah, it's just like the my stream. It's a simple cross, a nice little dink over the keeper. Foden assist. It's what you want. Dead simple.
Yeah.
Should be 3-0.
Yeah.
It's
what they want.
It's Senegal minus Mane, so you're not playing against the best, but you're winning 3-0. No, Bergkamp was up there with Mane.
When it was up to, this goal, still remember, the ball gets played to the midfield, and that twitchy goes and then turns.
That's the one where he like flips it around the defender and like
against Newcastle, yeah, turns around.
Yeah.
That finish was class.
They were both like I like similar. I think if Berbatov had played for a better club longer,
Bergkamp was better than Berbatov. They're not similar.
Do you not think like
No.
the style of play, like the effortless,
like
the effortless class?
Absolutely no chance was they're the same style of play. No chance. No.
You know, I didn't watch too much of Bergkamp.
No,
so I've got a little bit of a. I've got a very for anyone who's not aware. Despite our very minor age gap, I've got a drastically different like generational view than Danny. to say it likely. I'm a lot more of a contemporary guy. I don't really have like these old school. I have like some of them you hold in high regard because obviously, and some of them I don't have the same like appreciation for.
Basically, to cut it short, Joe walked through the 90s and the early 2000s with blinkers on and closed. I'm surprised he managed to get through the mid-noughties.
Don't forget about me walking through the 2010s with my blinkers on as well.
Oh well, absolutely. I mean.
So I guess that's one to you. So we're at 1-1. So it's your pick now.
Yeah. So, iconic shout.
Okay.
Peter Crouch.
Okay.
Right. Now.
If you pick headed goals, I'm gonna slap you. Because I don't even know if he got headed goals in here. Well, but my guy's definitely not winning on headed goals.
All I'm gonna say, Joe, is. You know where this is going, don't you?
I don't.
You do?
Go on.
It's headed goals.
Oh, fucking hell. Right, let me see if I can find it. Okay, go on. Tell me how many headed goals Peter Crouch scored.
I'm going to tell you how many goals he scored first. And I want to see how if you get the ratio.
Okay.
So, in 468 appearances.
That's a lot.
With 100... I'm not going to go through it. He scored 108 goals.
Okay.
How many headed?
I'm gonna go. Is it a stupidly low ratio or is it stupidly high?
I'm not telling you. What's your head?
I'm gonna go with
what's yours?
So I went with Santi Cazorla.
But no,
so 25 goals, one headed goal.
So you got one. Like, how many?
I think you've got about 72
headers from 108 goals. The guy used to score like overhead kicks in the world. He scored against Chelsea.
Yeah, but he was like they weren't like his regular goals.
Even like still, that's a ludicrous 72 headers, lad. That's
41.
40.
Oh, that was close.
Which is insane still.
Yeah, that's wild.
72. That's.
I don't know. Again, this is one of those generations where like just bypassed me.
That's.
But no.
That's 2-1.
I actually feel bad for Santi because all that like he got ruined by that like skin graft and the infection and whatnot. But I think he's probably like one of the better players at like the Premier League. That like nobody's up, but he's definitely up there.
On 2D.
Okay. Who've you gone for?
Didier Drogba.
I thought about Didier Drogba.
Now, appearances could get done by mediocre players, so I'm not gonna hold that.
How many appearances does he have though?
254.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, how many is yours?
I'm not going to say until you've given me the actual stats, just in case it sways your decision of which stat to pick.
I'm gonna go with.
He's forgotten.
No, I'm trying to.
He's forgotten who he picked.
I feel like if you were gonna go with Didier Drogba, then you may have anticipated this already. So.
I absolutely did not look up the stats of any
based on the era they played for Chelsea and how dominant they were.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with wins.
Okay.
With there, does it have the win percentage?
I don't think so.
Does it?
No.
I'm gonna go wins.
Okay.
172.
Okay, you beat me.
Incredible amount.
So I went with Moussa Dembele. Used to play for Spurs.
Okay.
I thought he would have been like one of the best Premier League players. 243.
Oh, that would have been a boss one to go with.
He was injured a lot, and I feel like that really hampered him. He was a baller.
So basically, what you're saying is you're pulling out the excuses for my previous shows already. I would have been here on appearances.
He would have been on appearances anyway.
Had he not been injured.
No, but I just wanted to shout out Moussa Dembele as being one of the he could have been like do you know what I mean? He was like Wilshere level of like potential, and injuries ruined him. But he had 130 wins, so you beat me on that as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Didier Drogba. Oh, that guy was ruthless. That goal he scores against Liverpool. Drogba
scored all the goals in like the big moments. Drogba is the epitome of like big game player.
The funny thing is with Didier Drogba, I remember watching because that was right in the prime of footy for me growing up.
Yeah.
And the prime of it was the likes of Steve McManaman and Jamie Redknapp, those sort of players. But
yeah,
what I mean is, he was a donkey at times, proper donkey. Like he misses sitters.
Oh yeah. No, in Drogba was like pretty much exclusively a big game player.
He's
like
the best ball player. He is literally the best ball boy Liverpool ever had when we were beating them at Anfield. I've never seen that man run around so much for a ball to get back to the keeper. I promise you. Every time the ball went out, he was diving into the Liverpool crowd. He was like, "Get the ball, go on." He was doing it with no malice as well. It was crazy. It was like, I'm sure he wanted the job.
It's a disgrace.
So
I'm currently losing 3-1 now.
Okay, yeah.
I think this isn't a good start. Do you know what if this was me, I know what stat I have.
Oh, so we're going on Letterino. Oh, I wonder whether we're gonna have the same one for this.
I don't know if we will. I don't think there were too many options, so we might.
I'm gonna take a punt here, and then I'm gonna go from that one out there. Passes.
Okay, let me have a look. I don't know if it's tracked for this. So this. It does.
7,681.
Okay, who did you go with?
Michael Owen.
Okay, I went with Edison in goal, and he's got 5,127.
Oh, hey, not bad. That's not bad for a keeper to be getting up there with the midfield.
That's what I mean. The start I was going to go with.
But how many appearances has Edison got?
How many appearances? 196.
So Essien had 168.
Oh, okay. In fairness, a centre mid though should be getting more passes than a goalkeeper. Wait, hang on. I'm just curious about this. Let's see if it tracks in here. Oh no, never mind. I was going to say how many assists does Essien have because I thought Edison had way more. He's only got 3.
Right, I am absolutely rubber goosed for this one.
Okay. I didn't. I stuck with one. I think. So
that's just my guess. I can tell you who it is.
Go
on. Funny. Why are they always in the stats? Andrew, I blame you specifically for this, just for existing.
Who?
He's played for Sunderland, this guy.
So as you don't know,
24 appearances.
Andrew's one of our friends, so that's directly aimed at you. You better watch this episode, okay?
Yeah.
We're tracking you. We know what you're up to, and
I
we
mean,
know
we know
the.
sounded a bit creepy. I mean, Joe's tracking it, maybe.
I am. I know your every move. I know your every move before
However,
you
anyway,
make that
right,
move.
we're going off subject. Right,
Who did you go with?
for Andre Flo.
Who the hell is that?
He's played for Chelsea between like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay. What, before Chelsea were a club?
He just reminded me of. Have you ever seen King of the Hill? The cartoon.
Yeah, I've seen like the illustrations. I've not watched like the.
He just really
the
reminds
series.
me of the tall blonde one. And like, or he could equally have been in like a Beavis and Butthead character.
Oh yeah.
And it was from the time where Chelsea were absolutely dog poo.
No, Chelsea didn't exist before 2003.
But yeah, however, I didn't really think this went through.
I think to be fair, some of this is going to be more fun just to talk about the players that we've picked, as opposed to like going through the stats on this.
I'm gonna just have to hope here that you've not got a forward, and I'm gonna go with, because the era he played with Chelsea and obviously played for Sunderland, so it was when losses isn't doing too good either. Is it
This is how top trumps
goals,
works. You get on a run and then you don't stop.
goals?
Go on.
No, you tell me what your goals.
So I've gone with Cesc Fabregas and he scored 50 goals.
Oh, you won. Right. 38.
Was he a striker? How many games did he play?
141.
Jeez. Oh, to be fair, Fabregas got 350.
Oh, to be fair, okay. So what you're saying is Fabregas is awful.
Well, as a goal scorer, I mean, I think all the Arsenal fans have just come to war. Actually, no, because they don't like him anymore, so they're fine.
Oh.
I was about to say you've gone to war with them, but no.
Right, so on to our next one.
So what's that? Is that 4-2 or 3-2?
It's 4-2 to me.
Okay, so for G, I've gone with the absolute all-time GOAT of the Premier League. Most handsome man in the Premier League as well. Olivier Giroud.
I mean, if I remember rightly, the stats at the time were my guy was the most handsome and attractive player in the Premier League as voted by gay men. And you can fact check me on that.
Wait, as in your guy or
Yeah,
mine?
no, my guy.
Who you picked? That's
And the funniest thing is, my guy is the all-time GOAT of the Premier League.
Oh, no. Oh, right.
Minus the trophies.
Right, so I'm gonna go with 90 goals.
Oh, I've got 120.
Oh damn. Oh,
Stevie Gerrard. The one and only Stevie J. I'm sure.
I thought about Gerrard. I thought Giroud would be more entertaining.
I thought you were going.
I didn't think we were going to line up with the most handsome.
I thought you were doing the Darren Farley thing. I thought you were just going on the whole like the go to blah 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 blah. Steven Gerrard, and you went to Olivier Giroud. I was like, what?
That's madness of the combination there. Oh god damn it! So what's that? 5-2.
5-2.
Jesus, I'm not doing well here. There's only 26, so I've got like another.
Oh,
I've got 19 more to come back.
It's going back in your favour.
Okay. Who have you picked?
I picked Emil Heskey.
I can't. That's a classic, to be fair.
Yeah.
Do you get bonus Heskey points?
Come Heskey.
Bonus. Can KSI just come in and give bonus points here?
Beast mode. Strangely enough, I'm just gonna try and play this safe. Who was you when was it? H though? Appearances 516.
Okay, I went with Eden Hazard. 245.
Wait.
I was close to picking Henry, and I was based on just like their one game best performance, Henry or Hazard?
Henry all day, like by a country mile. Henry like, I know it said Gerrard then, but he was all the time midfielder. Thierry Henry is probably the best Premier League player there's been.
Do you think? Like all over?
Yeah.
Do you think that's just like iconic
No.
status or like just in terms?
No, just in terms of talent, the speed he had, his finishing,
Oh, he was fast.
his
He was
skills,
rapid.
everything. He's one of the fastest players. You're gonna like. You don't see many defenders and stuff getting terrified. Like, if you ask anyone who played against Thierry Henry, they'd tell you. He didn't go to Barcelona and then just sit on his hands. He went there and done bits for them as well.
I love the way. Have you seen the way he talks about how Messi in training? And he just sits there and he's like, Messi, just come and get the ball from the defenders. You go,
But it's the same.
1-0.
Have you heard the way Messi talks about Henry?
I haven't, no.
And
I haven't heard Messi in many interviews, to be honest.
Bangs on about how he walked in awe of Thierry Henry and stuff like this, the same as the other guys. I think it was Zlatan, maybe. Zlatan would have been a kid.
Zlatan's an odd one because Zlatan never acted like he was in awe of anybody. Zlatan is Zlatan.
So is that a? Have I had?
Okay. Oh, fuck. Why did we not think of this? Right. I think we both picked the same one for I.
We did.
Because we had like a little discussion of this beforehand to go over some players, and we couldn't think, how did we miss Ibrahimovic?
Oh, I didn't. I just decided not to put him in.
Fair. I didn't think of Ibrahimovic. I completely skipped over Ibrahimovic.
Play for United. I've already done some scandalous decisions in these choices. He wasn't going in.
His problem was he played for United, and I think you picked the United player. If you picked him, I think you picked the former United player as well.
No, but the funny thing, the reason why I picked this person has more of a backing.
Okay, fair enough. Go on, right, so I think it's your go anyway.
Let me just
So I made my pick for I based on the fact that there was a very limited number of players, and I completely forgot about Ibrahimovic.
So Paul Ince.
I've also gone with Paul Ince.
Just because he's actually one of the... It's surely got to go down as traitor behaviour, no matter how you look at it. Signing from Liverpool from directly from Manchester United. There's like been maybe 2 or 3 players that I can think of ever to do that, and he's one of them.
Yeah, no, there's not many.
So the funny thing was, I think, if I'm right, we had the choice. Was it Dennis Irwin? I think we might have had the choice between either getting him or Paul Ince, and we opted for Paul Ince.
Oh, okay.
I might be wrong. I was very young at the time of that happening, but I do remember Paul Ince scoring in a 2-2 draw against United.
Oh, okay. That'd be heavy for.
But yeah, I thought I'd put him in not because of his football abilities, which he was alright, but I didn't really like him. I thought he was a bit of a bellend.
He was before my time, to be honest. So I've not got.
But anyway, so if you've put Paul in, then we're just going to...
Yeah, that one, every stat's going to be the same.
So that we can keep up with things, we'll just take a point each.
Yeah.
So it's currently 7-3. Let's see if Joe can get us... it's Michael Owen.
Yeah.
Oh.
So hot, yeah. Okay, so we're up to J now then.
Yes.
Right. So, I actually don't know how. Who have you gone for, Jay? I think you might beat me on this one again. I think this isn't going well for me.
No, because I went full me for this. So it's
okay.
Was I in the lead? I wasn't I? So it's my go still.
Yeah.
I just want to stay back to you by the looks of it. Yeah. So I went with Vinnie Jones.
Right. Okay.
And if you must know, yes, he did play for Wimbledon for the majority of his career.
Oh, I thought so.
But he snuck in 7 appearances for Chelsea at the start of the game.
He's crafted his way in.
So he makes the list.
Okay. Okay. I think you might beat me still though.
Oh, I don't know. You know, I'm gonna have to just take a punt here and go. Appearances. No.
Yeah,
appearances. 184.
138. I went with Jorginho.
As if Jorginho can't even be Vinnie Jones in a head-to-head.
This is not off to a good start. Jesus. Is that 8? Oh god, I'm not doing. Okay. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh yes.
Oh.
now
I've
we
picked
get-
I've picked a terrible pick for this.
So I don't know what Joe's gone for here, but Joe did say a while back that I'm going to find offence to this.
I changed. So I was originally going to pick Vincent Company, and then I changed it because I thought this would be funnier. But it's in terms of the top drums setup, this is a terrible change. Vincent Company would have been sick to have. This is an awful change.
I'm gonna go.
However,
with
Danny might reach over the table and slap me for counting this guy.
Well, I went with their coat.
I've gone for Ozan Kabak.
Oh, Zanka back. Play centre back. Oh, right. So,
I think there of any stat that you pick, I think even if you pick like clean sheets, you're gonna win. I think if you could pick tackles, you're gonna win. You're gonna win everything. This guy's had 20 appearances.
He's gonna play it safe and say, well, goals unless he scored like 3 goals a game. I'll take goals with 51.
Well, ironically, he did score 3 goals a game. He scored 60 goals. No, he scored 0 goals.
Why does that not surprise me?
Jesus.
So, maybe.
Oh no. Okay. This one might be okay, but I think you're still gonna be offended by
This
this one.
guy was my first idol.
Okay.
I weirdly enough. Bear in mind, I was like 6 at the time, so I knew no better.
Okay. That's yeah.
Ivan Leonardson.
I don't know who that.
Wait,
was he the one you were saying on the when I was saying about Danny being like a player that I had like a favourite
basically
attachment to?
in my first year when I went, so my first ever game was Grimsby.
Yeah.
That was his first tattoo. So he played for Liverpool in 1997, 1918, and then the season after. I think he played about 30 odd games.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how many he got. 28 appearances and 6 goals in the first season.
That's not.
9 and 1 in the second, and then he headed off over to Tottenham.
Okay.
Now, I don't know why he was Norwegian guy as well. However,
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that's poor though. As a midfielder, it's not. I'm just gonna have to hope you haven't got a forward. I'm going with goals.
Okay.
30.
31.
Oh, you show me. What?
I've gone with
Mad.
Ricky Lambert.
No, the right one. The right one. Right.
And do you know what? I'm actually kind of I'm kind of happy for him. Like that guy's dream was just to play for Liverpool and man did it for one season. Like even though he was hot garbage at Liverpool, like fair play to him. Man got his dream move.
Yeah.
Got to be happy for the kid. And it's not like he was a dickhead either. Like he seemed like a sound guy.
Now, let's see if
fair play to him. Okay,
I retains.
Okay. So I'm not going to use a stat that's on here purely because I think this might be my only chance to use this stat. I've gone with Luka Modric, and I'm going to go Ballon d'Ors 1.
Oh wow! Are we using? We're not using.
Is that actually one? That's fair. Go on. Okay, I'm gonna. Actually, to be fair, that's pretty good considering that's a fairly low pace. I'm gonna go passes. 7,099.
7,099. That's gonna be close, but how long was Modric in the Premier League for?
I think a couple of seasons. He's played 127 games.
Okay, so my guy.
So he was having some technical difficulties behind the scenes.
Of course.
It wouldn't be this show if we didn't have technical difficulties.
We have technical difficulties when we.
We have technical. We're the type of people that have technical difficulties opening a door.
Just to make that clear, a wooden door.
With an axe. Or your laptop died.
That is exactly what happened.
Okay. Well, so, okay, so I guess we'll stall for a little bit while that gets restarted, and we'll just jump back into it for a little bit.
No, we're all good.
Are we good to go? Sweet.
So,
That's the perks of having a fast laptop, kids.
how many passes did you hit me up with?
7,099.
Oh, well, you've won. I had Javier Mascherano,
Okay.
but he had 99 appearances.
Okay. Mascherano's
And a goal was one.
One goal. I felt like he scored more.
No, he did. No, I remember the goal because everyone was like, finally, it's like Joe Gomez. He finally got that goal.
All right.
He had half a shot on him as well, just never win.
Yeah.
I've not one time.
Okay.
So hang on.
So what's that?
This next one.
I'm clawing it back.
This
I might
next
be
one
clawing it back slowly.
pained me to my core putting this guy in.
I'm intrigued if I know who this is.
What stat do you go with?
I've gone with Samir Nasri, and as much as I'd like to go with most weight gained post retirement, I'm gonna go with. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with. He hit the woodwork 12 times.
I feel like.
I don't know if you've got a player that has that stat on. If you haven't, I'll change it.
12 times.
12 times he hit the woodwork.
I mean, but is that a good thing, hitting the woodwork 12 times? Like, I mean,
Not particularly. I mean,
you want like.
I'm trying to throw some obscure stats.
I mean, that's a bit of a mad one to use in that regard, but like.
Okay, do you know what?
But no, you get the win in that regard.
Oh,
I think Nani is hitting 8. And,
Nani.
And to be fair, I don't want Nani getting any sorts of dubs here. Like get him going. So yeah,
I always enjoyed Nani's flair, but he was like excess. He just did too much. He just would not. He was like
the tears rolling down, which maybe give a glare, like a glare to his cheeks, little chins, crying when it.
He had one of my.
Jamie Carragher did crunch him. No, so like that's the era of tackles we need back in. Like we need Jamie Carragher's running and just breaking people again.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, half a Liverpool squad, the way we play, would be injured for the rest of eternity. Like, our players wouldn't get through 90 minutes.
No, Nani has one of my the favourite skill moves to watch. And I still don't know exactly what he did, and he just cut in between two players and just made it seem like they weren't there. And it was like that's the sort of thing that when I play footy, I'd ideally like to do that. So I enjoy like flair players.
And back to Danny hating on another player. I can't stand Danny.
So I've gone for Mesut Ozil, and I feel like there's only one appropriate stat for the assist king, which is 54 assists.
Wow, in the Prem.
Yeah.
Oh, I had that. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Okay.
Had it not been for injuries, you might be giving them a run for this money. How many did you say you had? 40?
54. Oxlade-Chamberlain's got hard done by his injuries as well, to be fair, he's another one of them.
24 for Ox.
That's not bad though, considering. How many goals did he get? I'm curious.
More assists than goals, he had 19 goals.
Oh, okay.
All 19 of them were well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I just remember him scoring. Did he just not? He just didn't score normal goals, did he?
No.
So for P, most hairstyles, I've gone with Paul Pogba.
Well, we're gonna have to scrap this off with the most hairstyles. I went for Paul Pogba. just to clarify.
Yeah.
So that's a point each. So we are currently sitting at 10-8.
Ooh, I clawed it back.
Claw it back a little bit.
Okay, I think we've both gone for the same for Q because there was only one option.
Yeah.
So we've both gone with Ricardo Quaresma. Also one of my favourite players.
I was even on Kishian, or Kishi, however you pronounce his name, but I thought he was a bit too obscure.
Who's Kishi?
She played for about 7 different clubs. I think it was like West Ham, Portsmouth.
Okay, fair enough.
No one.
Fair.
To the point where I know of him, I can't remember much else.
Fair. I actually want to get. I've got my eye on a Besiktas Quaresma shirt that I actually want to get. Moving on. So for R, I've gone for what sort of one who in many people says
I want to have the truth for this one.
Is the for many people is the GOAT, for many other people is the second greatest player of all time. I've gone with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, see, now my one is the GOAT of TV shows and panels.
I will give you that, but I'm gonna go with goal. I'm gonna go with goals 103.
You can't be doing that to Jamie Redknapp. I'll put it out there right now. Jamie Redknapp would have had 106 goals.
I'm 236 appearances. I'm curious how many if Jamie Redknapp would beat that.
No, you had the win there already because Jamie Redknapp.
How
the hell has Jamie Redknapp amassed 295 appearances with those legs?
What? That's ridiculous. How did he get the time? Man split his ankle in half every time he stepped on a pitch.
Pinocchio. No, my nan's got better than
That's ludicrous.
However, I did love him. He was one of my favourite players.
Again, before my my era, so I can't.
So are we taking the fact that you got that break for the Ronaldo goals? Was that?
I feel like we'll do a point each there.
Yeah.
I feel like goals was too easy because I feel like I knew as soon as I
feel like we give away. Yeah, I feel like we give that away.
That was a given. So I feel like a point each is fair.
In fairness, Joe wasn't cheating. I did tear my laptop off.
Okay, so for S, I don't know if you figured out who I picked for this. So I've gone with.
I thought you might have went with Soldado.
Why did I missed out on Jay. Why did I miss this guy out on Jay? I don't know. So I'm gonna throw him an honorary mention with this as the most lethal the most lethal under 15s pairing the Premier League has ever seen. Gylfi Sigurdsson with a shout out to Adam Johnson.
You not.
Don't tell me you picked Gylfi Sigurdsson too.
No, but similar reasons. I put Paul Scholes because he likes to suck God's toes. So basically what we're saying is everyone that's been mentioned here has got to...
Jesus Christ. Well, this could be an interesting one. So I'm going to go goals 67.
Oh, 107.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, it wasn't
Paul goals, yeah, you know what I mean? Paul goals.
Well, in fairness, I think Gylfi Sigurdsson was a bit distracted. It turns out not every hole is a goal.
I was about to say, you put too much into that. Oh well, Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Gets in for that one dodgy season at Spurs. Okay, so I feel like you're gonna feel like a scumbag if you beat me on this one, but it's your pick.
I'm not because if based on what you just said and being the letter T, the person I've picked here, because he's a dickhead, a major dickhead. It's even funnier because I believe they were now somewhat associated. Okay. So I've went with John Terry.
Okay.
And straight out the bat, I'm going with wins.
Okay.
311.
Yeah, 114, not close.
I picked John Terry because one, the Wayne Bridge scenario, such as memes, and
that is funny.
Two, he was arguably one of the greatest centre backs in the Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely.
And three, Fernando Torres is a Judas.
That's a good point. Actually, yeah, I forgot that you would not like Fernando Torres. So yeah, no, that's not. Never mind.
So
have you seen how?
Did you have Fernando Torres?
I did have Fernando Torres. Have you seen how much of a unit he is now?
Oh, he is
He's jacked as shit.
So what it is?
Like fair play. I think
Sturridge done the same, hasn't he? Oh, Danny Sturridge.
I haven't seen Daniel Sturridge now.
I should have picked Sturridge for this. Oh well.
He would have lost to Sigurdsson. Actually, no, he still would have beat Sigurdsson, but
under the assumption.
I think for you there was only one option, so we both got Matt Upson. The only player we could have picked.
It's currently 15-11.
Oh, there's 5 more as well, so I've got to win all 5 of these to make a comeback.
Right, so the next one will be...
fuck.
This is going to be an interesting one.
Okay.
Sound player, however, very, very limited time in the Prem.
So is my guy. So we might be close on that.
So I went with Sebastian Veron.
Okay.
Right, I'm starting to regret my decisions. I think I should have went with Nemanja Vidic.
I thought about Nemanja Vidic.
I wanted to put Van Dijk, but I wasn't sure whether people were going to get technical and start saying that's a D.
I still don't know whether that.
Yeah,
whether,
so
it,
it's a grey area.
Even like some of the lists had it inconsistent. With regards to whether the Van counted as a V or was just skipped over and it was the second letter. Some of the lists I seen that put these players in alphabetical order were just inconsistent throughout, so I have no idea.
Just to give you a bit of an idea to where this point's going to be going, my guy's got shooting accuracy of 25%. Yeah.
Okay.
And my guy has, in his entire career there, got 4 crosses as stats and 1 accurate long ball.
Okay.
4 shots, 1 on target. Oh wait,
if you pick the right stat, you might be able to take this stuff.
No, these stats are botched because he's had 58 appearances and scored 8 goals and 4 assists. So how do you get 4 assists and 8 goals, but you've only had 4 crosses and 4 shots and 1 on target?
3 balls or passes.
No, but how are you scoring 8 goals from 4 shots?
Is this going to be like one of those funny ones where, like, for a while, like
where FIFA,
if you had like a shot that hit the bar and went in, it counted as an off-target shot. So it came up on the stats that you'd scored with a shot without a shot on target.
I think it might just be because of how far back it was.
Maybe.
It reckons in those 58 appearances he only made 6 tackles.
That doesn't sound right.
But his tackle success was 50%.
That's wild.
He's made 12 tackles in 58 games.
That doesn't sound right.
As Veron as well.
Yeah, wasn't he? Yeah, he was just like a centimetre. Yeah, there's no way they sound off.
Well, right, I'm going to ignore those stats. We've got to go with his actual his top ones. Let's just say, okay, he played for United. Even though it was 1 season, you haven't got something for that long, it might not have been United. Wins 34.
Okay, I've got wins 16.
I
went with Carlos Vela, and he had 37 appearances in total.
Okay, so to be fair, how many goals did he get?
5.
Oh, so I would have loved that. How many assists?
1.
Oh, do you know what?
He had 51 crosses though.
Veron beat him in most aspects. Apart from crosses, evidently.
Okay. So I think I'm going to give you the win now because I've absolutely shat the bed with this one.
I've took him because he brought me one of the greatest moments of being at Anfield, being in that cup.
Okay.
And he was part of half of the goals in this game.
Okay.
Jorginho Wijnaldum.
Thought about Jorginho Wijnaldum.
Oh, that guy. Like, just before Trent's corner taken quickly, got to witness that guy come on at half time. Andy Robertson said, "Do you know what, fella? No, I'm done. I've done my part now. I've ruffled Messi. I've got into Suarez's head.
Yeah.
You go on there, son. You take the limelight. You grab it by the scruff of the neck and you sort out your PSG move and ruin your career." But yeah, so
sort out your move and ruin. Robertson just trapped him.
I'm gonna go with passes.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to beat Gini Wijnaldum for passes because they want to.
Yeah. And he was in Newcastle for a while as well, so he's going to have some decent Premier.
9,294.
5,763. I went with another player who brought joy to many people with his absolutely appalling level of ball control and consistent flops for one of the most hated teams in Europe. I went with Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
I thought you were going to say Weir. No way.
So Wan-Bissaka was not a good pick for this.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Next one.
Yeah.
Belter. And right, so I picked this guy the exact same reason I picked that Paul Innsbruck.
Okay.
He jumped ships too. He left Everton, came to Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
In a double swap. Same time we got Nick Barmby. Fair play to Nick Barmby. I actually like Nick Barmby. But sorry, what?
To be fair, it was before my time. I was about to say who got shafted in that deal.
No, we said both.
Oh, okay.
Like they were both at Everton, both came to Liverpool.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Xavier played 75 games. I'm gonna go with.
Where did Xavier even play? Was he a striker?
No, he was a centre back.
Oh, okay.
He was like a Jimmy Traore. He was
okay,
worse than
enough.
Jimmy Traore.
Oh, okay. Again, way before my time, so I.
Tackle success. Maybe I've been cheating on him.
You might have this one because I feel like my guy's prone to red cards.
81%.
64%. I went with Granit Xhaka.
Granit Xhaka? Yeah, he is prone to.
He's prone to just missing his tackles and red card and everybody.
Like I would not have been putting tackle. You know what? Xabi Alonso probably did have tackle success, but he was prone to a yellow card every game.
Yeah. He probably had more games where he got a yellow card than games where he didn't get a yellow card.
Now,
I could have one back with this one.
I selected this guy because every time he opened his mouth, it was full of shite.
Okay.
Ashley Young, and to be specific, bird shite. So,
okay, go on.
Yeah, don't tell me in case he gives me. Oh, he's got good stats. Oh, fucking hell.
Ashley Young's been in the Premier League for a long time.
Passes. 12,114.
This might be the worst one at all. So
Did you start this with? I might be able to claw one back with this.
Well, if you pick the right start, I might have done, but not with this one.
Curiosity, what was the right start?
So the right start would have been like goals or something like that.
What?
Or like
what
maybe appearances, maybe wins. 123 goals.
And how many appearances?
It's 375.
Oh, I had 404, but goals you would have won. I had 49. Right, yes.
So I went with Dwight York.
Oh, okay.
So to give you context, I don't know whether you want the actual number of his passes. It was less than 1,000.
I want to know. 861.
844.
And that was shockingly closer than I thought.
That was really close. 844 total passes, wow. And you whip out 12,000. You prick. Minus 3 points for you.
The worst thing is, you're like, oh, well, surely that's one of the greats of the game. No, yeah. Ashley Young.
I'm surprised he doesn't have more appearances than that, given how long he's just been in the Premier League.
404 is a lot of appearances, to be fair, for some new shit.
That's true.
And now, my next one. Boudewijn Zenden. Commonly known as Bolo Zenden.
Now you've said it like that, I remember his name.
Again?
The name rings a bell now. Zenden.
Sunderland and Bellens, they're involved in everything, aren't they? So yeah, he left us, went to Sunderland.
Listen, Danny, Sunderland are a sports team now, okay? We got our vengeance. Yeah, we got our vengeance. So they can disappear from.
In the Champions League win in Istanbul, he amassed 0 appearances. I've given you a point. I have definitely given you a point.
I don't think it matters. I think I'm like.
Why did I not put Zaha?
Behind.
Why did I not put Zaha?
Zaha would have been a good pick. I might have been Zaha. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna have to say.
That's a bad goal ratio for this guy.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that was a good pick goals.
I think I'd beat you on goals anyway, but it's a terrible ratio.
It's not as bad as this guy's. Crosses.
Oh shit. Okay.
153.
258.
Oh, okay. Who do you get?
I went Bobby Zamora.
Look at me stats. Look at me notes. Right. I'm going to show you in a minute. So, in brackets for C, I put Peter Crouch, and I put brackets for Eric Cantona, because Eric Cantona is who I had originally, and then I drafted them out. Now, for me Z, I originally had Bobby Zamora, but I thought Bolo Zenden sounded funnier. However,
he gets in from one season at Spurs. 2003, 2004, 16 appearances. That's the only way Zamora gets in. The rest
Oh.
of his career was West Ham, Fulham, and QPR.
All I'm going to have to say from this is you've amassed a yellow card.
No.
You have taken the L this week. So jotting up the final scores, it's 19-12.
That's worse than I would have liked it to be.
Yeah,
But it
then,
could have been. It could have got a lot worse.
yeah.
I blame Dwight York for having such a shocking passing statistic. Also, for anyone watching, I know it's been long finished now. They've probably well caught up. England have in the England games come to full time. It is 3-0.
We just
win for England.
didn't
We just
really think it was worth speaking much about because it's been that dull since.
Yeah. So if you watch the first half, you got everything. You didn't need to watch any more of that. And also, it's England, so.
Now, enough deflecting, Joe.
Yeah. So go on. Sorry, let's go back to the scores.
Yeah.
19-12.
With this
Pause.
19-12, that now means Joe will be up for the forfeit as Cinnamon Challenge for the start of next week's intro. So if you're wondering why next week we'll...
Should it do it? I don't know. Should it do it as the intro, or should it just like record it separately, and just stick it on?
We need the struggle if you're trying to speak on a podcast with only audio. That's
Do you know what?
the idea there.
That might be a terrible idea though, because if it goes horrendously and it just stays and I can't do the podcast, that's not going to be a good. That's going to be a drawback.
We'll start it now early to give ourselves some.
All right, yeah, we'll give some time to.
Do you know what I'll do is you're gonna get a few options.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make 4 forfeits.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what they are. I'm gonna give you the option to directly take out one yourself. You can just say which one you don't want.
Okay.
And then the other 3 will be mixed, and then you've got to pick one.
Okay.
Random.
Okay.
So
Right,
what I'm gonna put in is 2 heavy ones and two awkwardly annoying ones that you're not gonna want to do anyway.
Okay.
So for example, like you might have a chilly one, but then you might have one where I'm gonna get with it. I'm gonna think of things.
I'll leave that to you to figure out what you want. Wow. Keep it flying, you think?
And if it's a good enough forfeit, we will record this for the clip. But don't
Oh, of course,
worry,
you'll see the video of this particular thing.
So
Don't worry, we wouldn't leave you hanging like that. We're good people. We're good people.
in our first instalment
Maybe.
of the 9090 challenge series, that puts myself 1-0 up over Joe. Resume next week for our next challenge, which to be decided yet. Like I don't know whether we could go through the leagues now, and maybe go for the Italian league. I'm not calling it the Calcio A because let's be honest, when Pirlo and Maldi
I
were
don't
there,
even know what Calcio is.
Serie A, or you're talking Serie A.
Yeah.
We could do that next.
I don't
feel
know
like that's
how
a bit
many
more
of them
your
have changed.
forte, but
I feel like I'm gonna have to. I'll do it.
but your forte actually I don't know because your forte with the Italian is modern. Whereas
My forte with football is
well, that's
modern.
what I mean. But mine with Italy's older.
Yeah.
Some older. Italy is ridiculous. It's the goats of the game.
Yeah, especially defensively.
Like right now they're good and stuff, but they're not like Cafu, Maldini,
No. Then it's not the
Crespo, and
defensive like
not
the
good.
famous defensive that they used to be.
some of those players back then. However, Vladimir Smicha did best them in a Champions League final, so Jimmy Traore.
Are they even that good? I mean, listen, Alessandro Nesta got ripped to pieces by Aidan McGeady.
So just for the yellow card and the sin bin thing, I feel like every two podcasts the yellow cards are wiped.
Okay.
So if you avoid a yellow card on next week's podcast, you're in the clear.
We don't have to find out what the forfeit is.
Yeah.
So as long as you just don't give me a yellow card, as long as you just turn a blind eye as a referee, we'll be all right.
I mean, asking the ref to turn a blind eye is while already got a bucket.
Listen.
No.
I'm channeling my inner Italian football
No dissent. I will book with dissent. You show me some respect.
I'm just channeling my inner Italian football.
You are not Gennaro Gattuso. Saying that though, nobody is.
I could be Juventus.
They're already beaten. That's just unfair.
You know who is having a surprising season though for them? Adrian Rabiot. That guy had like ridiculous ass. No, he's never been like a bad player. Like he's always had like really good talent, but his attitude's always been horrendous. Well, this season he's proper. It feels like he's sort of like. Well, I mean, maybe he still is. Like I don't know him personally, but like it feels like this season he's just decided, right, I'm not going to be a cunt this season. I'm gonna play me footy, and he's doing well.
Well, unlucky for Liverpool. It's like Fabinho's took the opposite approach. Was like, do you know what? I'm fed up with this.
Fuck this. I don't even want to play anymore.
He hasn't been playing football for half the season. I'm not sure what's up with him.
I'm gonna say your midfield's been
run ragged,
for this season, to be honest.
What I will say is everybody's completely glossing over because it's Liverpool and everybody's lost haters. We're getting in that. That's all good. But basically, our midfield's been done based off the fact that we were 14 minutes, give or take, away from a quadruple last season, if you want to argue it that way. Because
yeah, that's true.
If City hadn't got that comeback, we were in the Premier League. Take those emotions and the lack of deflation into the Champions League game. And that Madrid game's a different ball game altogether as well. And the fact that was a 1-0 swing, it very easily could have been a 1-0 the other way if it had not been for Courtois on the day. Yeah,
Courtois is an unreal goalkeeper.
Like realistically, if you look back on that and you put any other keeper in the Madrid goal, I think we had won that Champions League 2 or 3-1. Not necessarily, but
yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
That approach, he made a clinical save against Salah. Anyway, enough of that.
Real Madrid have had some solid keepers though, to be fair. Because they went from Casillas to Courtois and Keylor Navas. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing someone in between, but like I don't know.
I thought Navas was Barca.
No, Keylor Navas. He's at PSG now.
Barca then?
Barca was Victor Valdez.
After Valdez?
Did they jump straight to Ter Stegen?
Oh, maybe.
Oh no. I don't know how much he played. I know there was Casper Sillerson in there somewhere.
Yeah, I remember seeing him.
I don't know if he was if he came in as a first team. If he lasted it. Do you know what I did see as a stat? That fairly sure. You know when we were looking at players.
Oh yeah.
Before the only other option for Q was now Quinn, and he just about got in because he played for City before they counted as a good team. But in one game he scored and saved a penalty in the same game.
Oh, was that when the goalkeeper got sent off?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I've seen that clip countless times. I think that's something we should look to do as well. Wonder if I feel like getting a couple of decent old, like I want to go retro, like we should have a little retro theme. That's some classic games. So for example, there used to be this, like when you're watching like Freeview, for example, day off in school, and you could have the tragic telly that was between 9 and 3 p.m. There was always, I think it was ITV4 or something, ITV2 or one. Anyway, used to play retro games. So you just have like a Liverpool Everton FA Cup final from 1985 playing.
This might be one of the
reruns.
This might be me being out the loop, or this might be one of those ridiculous generational divides that we have for no reason. But like I have no no callback to that whatsoever.
How do you exist? How does a guy of your attributes exist? Somebody who was born in the 90s.
It's a mysterious entity.
You're born in the 90s and you don't know all of these. Right. So, apparently Yazoo was a Scouse thing.
You leave that out of this. you know what? It's actually
Could you just give the audience a list of 10 films you haven't seen and just see how quickly?
No, I'd rather I'd rather keep
It'll
that
be
shame
quicker.
to myself.
It'll be easier for these guys.
Yeah. You'd be faster listening to films that I have seen. I'm not as bad as Michael Owen, to be fair though. I remember. I mean, I know it was a couple of years ago, but I remember seeing he's only ever seen like 8 films in his entire life.
Because he doesn't understand them. Those 8 films were all Disney films.
Yeah, I don't think any of them were particularly good films. I think one of them was like renowned as a good film. I think there was
like Goal and Goal 2. Do you ever remember
I've never seen that
TV program called Zero to Hero?
No.
And how have you missed this as well?
Bro,
so basically,
go on, I'll give the audience a bit of a backstory if they're still listening. I mean, it's been a little while.
Well, it's based on a kid who's playing for like his local teams and the school teams and that footy team, that sort of thing. And he basically goes home and he's got a poster of his idol, Michael Owen, on the back of his door.
Oh, well, scrap that.
And the scumbags put him in an England kit instead of a Liverpool kit. Like, shut the fuck up, put him in a Liverpool kit. And basically, every time the kid would go upstairs and close the door, Michael Owen would walk out the poster and come into his room.
Oh my God.
And he'd be in his room. Yeah, that does sound proper nasty.
That's weird. Is he joining the Sigurdsson Johnson clan?
No, but in fairness, because obviously at the time he was my favourite player as well, like he hadn't been a rat at this point.
Yeah.
And,
but now he is a rat. Can we retroactively?
But yeah, no, it's the cheesiest thing you've ever seen as well, yeah. And he stood there with his hands on both hips, and the next minute with his big cheesy grin, he just steps out of the poster, out of the door, and into the room. Like, can't remember the kid's name in it, but he's like, "Hello, mate." Starts going off the wall. And it's great. There's a full series. We're gonna have to do a watch along for that.
Oh, that'd be good. Okay. Do you know what? It's because it'll be a first watch for me as well. So it'll be like live reaction first time watching it.
I can't believe it.
That'll be a bit of fun to go
2000. Through. Oh, it actually got 2 seasons.
2? Oh no.
Charlie was the name.
Michael Owen can't have been that bad for money that he needed 2 seasons of that show.
The 6-part series. Cast Michael Owen.
Why would you agree to that? Why would you?
Hang on, let me see.
Is there more to this horrendous history?
It was on BBC. It's down as a drama, you know.
No.
Hero to Zero is a British children's drama television show about a young boy named Charlie Bryce who has many adventures while receiving advice from footballer Michael Owen.
Surely they don't think like Michael Owen can demonstrate passion or any like emotion. Surely that guy's got to be the most wooden character.
Wait for the clip.
I don't think we can play the clip through the. Well, if you send it, I'll stick it on the end for the audience. Okay, so for anyone who's watching on YouTube or Rumble, I'm going to put that clip in, so you'll be able to watch that clip.
And then I just want to add.
Hysterical.
I just want to add one thing. We have to outlast that series.
How many episodes was it total?
It said a 6-part series, but it did say 2 seasons, so that could be 12.
So we assume that's 12 episodes.
Yeah.
So we should get beyond 12 episodes.
Unless one of us gets us cancelled first, but to our 12 viewers.
Hopefully we do not get cancelled. Hopefully we escape that.
However, we're manifesting. That's our first goal.
Yeah. Our first goal is to have an attempted cancellation. To be fair though, if we survive one, we're immune now, aren't we? That's going to be the case. If we just survive one, we'll be immune.
Well, let's not just test the waters.
Well, yeah. Let's not. You can't force these things. But anyway, so I think we should. So we wrap up.
Wrap up for this week.
Thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, I don't know who else.
Hopefully you are not sick to death of our voices by now.
Yeah. You'll be able to this video. I'm not sure how long it should be. It should be up on YouTube and Rumble pretty soon. don't know why I'm saying that. If you can hear me saying that, it's already on Rumble and YouTube.
So basically at this time, Joe is just waffling, the outro's done,
Yeah.
we are done. See
we
you
are-
later, Auf Wiedersehen, bye-bye.
So we're hoping to get on we're hoping to get on Spotify and Apple pretty soon, so you'll have the audio ones.
But we're not on it yet.
So that's about it. But we might be by this episode. I'm still waiting on approval. So by the time this episode comes out, we might be on Spotify with the first one. We might not, but we might be, hopefully. So fingers crossed. But anyway,
I think we're done with the waffling, lad.
sweet. Oh shit! I put the wrong button.